Hello Mondeo fans and welcome back to the channel. We're back at it. I've collected some bits. I've gotten stuck in already, and what we're going to do at this current time, and hopefully in this episode, we're going to get it all buttoned up. We're going to drop out the gearbox and we're going to put in that twin plate clutch that I've got hiding. So already dropped the subframe off, already dropped the transfer case off, the prop off. The reason why I didn't video any of it is, as you can see, the gazebo's up. The weather has been terrible. It's currently about 7 degrees, even though it's nice and sunny. Yeah, it's cold enough to snap a finger off if you get it wrong. So no point delaying. Let's get stuck in. Right guys, let's get you in here and have a bit of a look. So started pulling everything apart, ECUs out, catch cans out the way. Moved a bunch of parts, disconnected all this kind of stuff. From the top here, what I got to do, I've got to get obviously everything out the way, unplug the clutch piping, put a little cap on that so it doesn't spill all over the place, remove the bracket, get in under here to get all of the bolts out, take the starter out, and then I'm ready to put a jack under the motor. And what I'm going to do is lower this gearbox mount down, so obviously I've got it hanging out underneath the bottom, and then I've got a gearbox support that goes to my jack where I can drop that off and pull it out. So yeah, that's going to be a bit of a fun mission, so might as well get started, I guess. Slave cylinder off, got all the things off. The crank sensor was a bit of a bitch. One of the bolts that goes into the block stripped, so what I'm gonna have to do is when I drop the gearbox off, I'm gonna have to get that out. But yeah, we are, reverse switch is all disconnected, everything's disconnected. So what I'm gonna do now is get my jack out. What should I do? Get the jack out, place it under the motor, support it, perhaps start dropping these out. Maybe I'll get to some of the bolts first, but catch you up when I'm about to drop the motor then. Got the jack underneath, up top, got the train over. Underneath there that you can't see, I've got my gearbox cradle jack attachment thing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flop out that bolt and lower the whole thing down. Underneath the engine I have got a axle stand with a piece of wood on top. I'm hoping that's going to be the right height. I do have another jack if it's somewhere in between the notches. So what I'm going to do is start lowering this down. Yeah, start lowering it down onto the jack that I've got down there and just make sure everything's okay. Righty ho then. There was more gearbox bolts than I thought there was. There was probably about 5 hidden on top, but let's have a little look see so we can see that there. It's ready to go. So I think I'm going to put the camera down and just video from underneath and see and just give you some action. Got to do it kind of slowly because I don't want to try to save this clutch if I can. I don't think the clutch is in the bad condition, but I've also got the passenger side drive shaft still in there, so I don't want that to bugger up on anything because those are almost impossible to find. Not as impossible as the driver's one though, so that one has got to be safe. Right, let's get you down there. So, something I didn't think of. Unfortunately, the car's not jacked up high enough for me to get the gearbox out underneath the car. So what I'm going to have to probably do is take out the wheel arch and slide it out that way. It's just small, it's just tall enough to get out of there. What a pain in the butt. So let me get that done. Sweat and struggle and swear a couple of times. But we're almost there. So, there it is. What a pig. Let's pull the whole thing out. Push the brakes out the way. I think I might rethink getting it in. I might not use my gearbox mount since it's all bent because I had to push it over. What I might do is slide it under on the jack and get the engine hoist and then just lift it. It might be an easier thing to do. But unfortunately we're running out of time here, so let's get a move on. Alright guys, so I've decided to get you under here too so we can all have a look at this clutch at the same time. So let's start zapping these bolts off. What are we going to think the clutch looks like? Yeah, wasn't slipping too bad. It was only slipping on flat shift and launchers, so don't think it's going to be as bad as the RS clutch was when I took it out. Okay, let's have a look-see. Well, flywheel's got a couple of hot spots on it. Doesn't look too bad. The clutch itself looks freaking awesome, to be honest. Tiniest bit of wear on the top, nothing on the inside. Let's have a look at the pressure plate. Again, pressure plate, couple of hot spots. Nothing crazy. I guess we were just making too much steam. So this is a bigger bolt. Yeah. Jesus. Alright, they're a lot tighter than I thought they were. Let's try to come back to this maybe. Alright guys, so I made some progress. I put my big bar on that end, jammed up the crank nuts, and I've managed to just wind these all off with the thing, and now I can just whack these all out here. Come on, you fucker. Let go. He won't let go. Heavy bastard thing. And there we have it. Rear mounting sill, which I'd replaced once this engine was forged. Looking good. Now that, and you can see there, this is the little bracket thing that holds the crank sensor. I couldn't get to that one, I'll be honest. But this one is just stripped. So I need that to change. Have a look down the back, there's some goodness down the back there. But yeah, I am happy with the progress on that. Alright guys, so back out on another day. Just got the 2 clutches out here. Obviously this is the one that I'm going to be putting in, this is the old one. Was just checking out sort of the differences in pressure plate height and that kind of thing. So basically what I'm going to be doing is taking this all apart obviously and bolting the flywheel in today and then putting it all down. So let's get into the car I guess and get this started. Alright guys, so I'm trying to just get you in here where you can see. So basically got most of the nuts in here. Basically what I'm doing, these are ARP, I don't know if they're actual ARP or just ARP style bolts, and just hitting them with a little bit of high strength Loctite. I'm going to ground them all out by hand, and then I'm going to do something a bit sneaky. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use the gun on the lowest setting just to cinch these down a little bit, because some of them are a bit tight. That one's sticking quite proud out. The rest I've actually managed to ground out on here. Let's see if we can do that one without getting too crazy. As I say, I got the gun set on the lowest setting. Right, so just doing it very low because I don't want to start talking these too much. Give them a slight dugger. As I say, don't do that. It's not the best thing to do for these, but we are going to 120 Newton meters or 85 foot-pound on these, so I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference. If I just cut them down a little bit through that, like that, with the gun I should say. Now I've got the crank nuts all hooked in, so let's see how much movement we actually get out of these. I'm just gonna obviously I'm not gonna get these anywhere near what torque they're gonna be. 120 is quite hectic. Okay, so I guess it's time to stop pulling them. Done. What a mission, my goodness. That's it, all done. I did manage to get this bolt out of here too, so yeah, I think we're good to go. Right, so now it's time to make the sandwich. Basically I spent the last half an hour cleaning up all these little tiny bolts, so let's get this all together. Now obviously you want to make sure they're the right way around. It does say transmission side on one end. Come on, get on. So that's the twin plate clutch. Obviously 2 metal pressure plates, 2 clutch friction discs. Now what I'm going to do, stick the outside on, start putting these bolts in, and then once it's sort of half tight, I'm going to get the alignment tool in there. So there is a mark on here, there it is there, because this housing is balanced, so matches up to that mark there. I'm going to stay, and once again I'm going to be putting some thread lock on it, not too much, but just enough. Okay, this torque wrench is a bit unwieldy. I think we'll catch up when I've got me a smaller one. Right guys, I couldn't find my small torque wrench, so I just struggled away with this big bastard, but got it all done. So 20 Newton meters all around, and then obviously put some red Loctite on it and stuff. So now I think what we're going to concentrate on doing is getting the turbo out. That might be the next step here. So let me have a thought quick and then we'll jump back in. Right guys, I must say I'm a little bit disappointed in you. Not one of you guys shouted out what I was doing wrong, and forgot to put the clutch alignment tool in. So yeah, that's on you guys, I'm telling. Well, I'd say it's on both of us, but had to pull it all back apart, put the tool in, tighten it all down again with that massive torque range. Fun. So that's done. At least now we can get on to removing other things. Yay! Right guys, so I jumped ahead a little bit there because you literally couldn't see anything while I was digging this out the back, but there we go, that's the turbo out. Yeah, it's hard to imagine that I made 400 horsepower and that other turbo I've got is probably 3 or 4 times the size of this. And then there's the RS, well, the development clutch that I'm going to get rid of. So yeah, this is looking good. I have had a check. You can't really see here, but there's no side play, there's no nothing. Turbo's good to go. So the next step will be I am going to do a bit of refurbishment on that subframe, purely because now I am waiting for parts. So here's what I've been up to. As you can see, got the subframe out, washed it off, gave it a high pressure hose with some degreaser, and now I'm wire wheeling that whole thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it with some rust converter, and then I'm going to hammerite it. I prefer hammerite rather than the sort of underbody spray stuff. It's not quite as horrible. I might not have enough spray though, so I might have to clean it off, spray it with rust converter, and then go get some hammerite. I think that's going to be my solution. Fun. So let's do a quick catch up on what I've been up to. So rubbed the whole thing down. It took me hours and hours with a Y brush. Geno chemmed it, or Geno Light, or whatever, that rust converted it, and now I have just gone and sprayed the whole thing with hammerite. As I say, I like hammerite because it sets hard, it looks good, and it usually lasts pretty well. So I'm going to do another couple of coats on this. Yeah, we'll see what else we can do after that. See if we can figure out anything else we can do on the car while we're waiting for parts. Let's let this dry for a bit. Right guys, so unfortunately I'm stuck waiting for parts here, so there's not much more I can do sort of fully building things wise, but what I can do is show you a little something that we've got from my friends at BRC. Now, as you can see, the current setup of the ECU it's not very neat, with the strap across it and stuff. I did this myself purely because I knew something else was in the works, and here it is. So it's a 3D printed thingy that goes like that, and then that obviously is where that mounts to. A lot neater, holds it better, and should look pretty good. So I'm going to quickly whip that off, whip that on, and then I'll bring you in and I'll show you the difference. So I'll see you in a few minutes. And there it is, all put together. So can't pull it out too far, I got the boost pipes and everything done, but bolted in here. Uses 2 of the original mounting points. I did have to make 2 little holes to mount the base plate to get that on, but yeah, that is much better. It sticks out a bit further than the thing I had, and it's much more solid, so I am quite happy with that. Yeah, that's a result, that is. But as I said, got nothing else really I can do. Waiting on parts, supposed to get some parts today, but who knows, could be tomorrow. So I guess just the joy and the fun of this thing. So again, thanks for bearing with me with this one, and the next time we get a bit of a video going here, I think we'll be putting the big turbo on, so it should be some more exciting stuff. So until next time, thanks for joining, like, subscribe and share it around, and I'll see you in the next one.